Alright, we are back. We're going to go into this volcano. Ironically enough, we're not going to do Volcano while we're in Volcano. We're just gonna... I'm about to sneeze. Nope. It went away. Nope, it's still there. Who knows? We'll see. What is that? What's that? Is that an eruption from the volcano? Yeah, this place looks really cool. No, it's not. It's a phoenix. That is Firebird. It's bad timing showing up now. We still have to deal with the dragon. Can't we just let it go? It's up to him. He decided no. He saw us run. Like how the screen gets progressively more red as it gets closer. Seems we lost him. Good, let's move on. So we're gonna keep, can't carry any more items. I got too many healing potions. So I guess what we're gonna do... I don't have body purifiers too. Whatever, we'll just top off Lavitz, I guess. I'm gonna use some of those items that I have. Just not a second. The Spear Frost is gonna get used pretty soon. And the Burnouts are gonna be used. Just not at this exact moment. So because Shanna missed out on those boss fights, ideally the game even like makes you want to have these three in your party, because Shanna doesn't have additions, so you don't really need to level additions with her. She's the weakest, and she doesn't have Dragoon form, so she doesn't need to be building SP. But she really gets the raw end of the stick experience-wise and ends up being behind for pretty much the entire game. So we are going to do a little something about that. We're just gonna attack to build up her SP. Sorry, Lavitz. If Dart didn't have his Dragoon form, like at this point in the game, I would have just had Rose and Lavitz attack. But since Dart is now at the point where we want to get him, pretty much once the character gets F, jeez. Okay, God, I have so many healing potions. I don't need 3 burnouts, actually. I don't really need total vanishing either, it's just an instant kill. But if I remember correctly, I don't think you get experience for total vanishings. I'm probably wrong about that. I just offhand can't remember right now. A little side room right here. Hop up to get this treasure. And get some accessory. Yeah, panic guard. It prevents, one of the status effects, I think it prevents fear. Guards you from panic, it would make sense. Or Dispirit or something like that. Either way. Jump on over. Go ahead and hit the save point, because once again I've done this whole stream and not saved because I just forget to do important things like saving. There's another hour and a half I went by without saving. I really gotta not do that. So, okay. We are going to switch Shanna into the party. And we're going to switch Dart off of... Is he... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. He only needs 4 more usages of Double Slash. There's touch-based encounters here from these fish jumping in and out of the lava. I'm just gonna make sure Dart masters Double Slash before we move on, because there's an upcoming boss fight. And I'm also going to take Lavitz out of the fight, just for this boss fight, for 2 reasons. The first being, I want Shanna to not be extremely behind on experience, and the second being this boss has a particularly grumpy magic attack. and Lavitz being Lavitz, and his allergic to magicness, Shanna just does it better. And I can get rid of, I can do the fight pretty fast by throwing some attack items with her, because her magic stat is so high, and so is Rose's, that I will just do it that way. So that was 1 double slash, we need 3 more. And then there's another fight that I'm going to swap Rose out for and bring Shanna in. And that will kind of get her a little bit, not caught up on experience, but she won't be so far behind. The people who aren't in your party, they do still get experience, it's just not the full amount. So, her being not in the main party for the boss fight, for multiple boss fights in a row, she'll start being like 3, 4 levels behind everyone else, and then she's just unusable. Because you see how big of a difference just 1 level up does. So imagine being 4 levels behind everyone else. Because I think right now she's only 6 and everyone else is 8. Just gonna stay here. There we go. Need 2 more double slashes. But I'm not just gonna guard and let Dart be the only one to attack, so I'll still let Lavitz and Rose get one here and there. Just want him to at least do 1 double slash per fight. Magma fishes. There we go. Got Rose. Chompies. I love that voice line. I'll never not love that voice line. It sounds so good. 1 more. 1 more doubly slash. And then it's time for Burning Rush. Which is a really cool addition. It's a cool, like, aesthetically. Even Dart's like, come on. That foot tapping. There we go. I thought there was no more. I thought the encounters may have ran out, which can happen on touch encounter areas. Get that last double flash we need. Alrighty. And yeah, Rose can get one. Whoops. Of course you drop a healing potion that I don't need. It's too bad I can't just use it from the menu, I just use it on Dart. Because I'm gonna do that anyways. There we go. Alright, I'm also going to take the Night Shield off of you and give it to you. So you don't have terrible. Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't even have good magic. Oh, yeah, she's level 6. That's rough. Okay, well, either way. That's why we're going to use thrown items with Rose, because her magic tech is so much higher. Not like end game higher, but like just at this point, because of her gear and because of her level being 2 behind, her magic attack is just nothing. $13. Of course. At least it's a fire attack on Dart, not more icicles in his thigh. Poor Dart over here taking 7,000 arrows in the knee. I forgot to pick him off double slash. Those is doing a lot of damage now, though. I don't want to talk about that. This fight basically just didn't happen. Just nothing happened this fight. Bloop. I could just do like 4 more fights and get Shanna level up. But nah. I'll just let her. I'll just have her level up here. I almost ran into the boss fight with him still on double slash. So now you can see it's doing 202% damage. So even at max level, it does less than Volcano does at level 1. So now we switch to Burning Rush. Rod Typhoon's at 14, nice. Whoops, Max already is at 22. And Shanna, of course, doesn't have additions. Can you imagine how hot this must be? Especially kneeling on that rock, Jesus. What is this feeling? It's calling me. Shanna, where are you going? I mean, realistically, video games have you walk around lava all the time because it's just a video game trope, but if you were that close to lava in real life, you would be boiled alive. Especially if lava's moving that fast and is that bright red. You were being called by this? I don't know, but when I came here, I didn't hear the voice anymore. Look how cool that thing looks. Is that alive? Looks like a stone statue. Don't go near it. I feel something's wrong. Listen to Shanna. This Virage is still alive. Virage? You don't know about it? Okay, I'll explain it to you. You know about the Dragon campaign, right? The Winglies were outnumbered, so used this creature called Virage as their trump card in the war. Just as humans used dragons, Winglies used Virage. I thought the Dragon campaign was over 11,000 years ago. How can this thing still be alive? I would say it's due to a hatred of humans, or a vendetta against us Dragoons. We gotta settle this. Or let's run. Oh, running's not an option. We get a new boss battle. It's like a special boss battle when you're facing particular enemies. We get this boss battle. Those goopy legs. It's got a cool, like, the head on it looked really cool. So we're just going to, so this fight's pretty cool. He has a head, a body, and an arm. You have to kill the head to kill it, I believe, if I remember correctly. The arm only takes 1 or 2 hits and then it dies, but it keeps regrowing back. But what we're going to do is we are going to use that, this attack ball. And it's going to generate just a random item. It could be a hits everyone, it could be a super attack, or it could just be a spam button one. It looks like it's ice, and never mind, don't need to tap, this is the super one. So all the throw-in items have a spam button, single target, a spam button, multi-target, and a super attack that doesn't require any spamming and just does a lot of damage. So this should do a lot of damage. Yeah. There we go. Close the arm. And now Shanna's gonna throw that burnout on the body. We're gonna kill the body first. $180. Nice 35 damage. And you get to see Dart's Burning Rush for the first time. I really like this attack. Like it does a slash, a kick, and then an upward swing. I really like just the fact that he kicks in the combo. And we're gonna do that other burnout. We're gonna throw it on the head, why not? Whoop. Didn't do so good on that one. Kinda slipped out of my hand. Let's attack this body. Give it the old whip smack. So if you take out the arm, it really severely reduces its ability to attack. Because it basically gets the body gets to the body and the arm and the head all get turns. But if you DPS it down really fast, then the arm doesn't get its turns, and it takes out basically half of its attacks. I don't know why it's not using the laser beam. It should be attacking more than this. You know what might have happened? Let's kill the arm. I'm wondering if the water attack had some sort of like freeze effect that I don't know about, where it slowed its turns because it is just not attacking. which is very unusual. Go away, arm. Shoot it in the forehead with an arrow. Blap. Yep, there it goes. That's a particularly rude attack. That does a status effect on everybody. I don't even know what Rose has going on right now. She is dispirited, which means you can't get SP anymore. Dart is confused, and Shanna is fearful. The worst offender of here is the confusion, so let's go ahead and cure that. Real quick, like. Shanna being afraid, I don't really remember what afraid does. I think it just makes you do less damage and take more damage, which pretty much sucks. Yeah, no, she's not doing anything now. And she shivers. The shivering is a nice little detail. Confusion is particularly shitty because it'll just your character will just do random actions, including attacking other people. Which is why he just tried to run away in the middle of a boss fight. Now, Rose being dispirited sucks, but there's actually really helpful thing you can do if you have status effects. Pretty much every status effect but confusion. Yeah, if that laser beam would have hit Lavitz, it would have done like 100 damage, which is why it's easier just to not have him in this fight. Because if he wants to, he can just do that like 2 turns in a row and just kill Lavitz. And you're just like, oh, okay. So transforming into a Dragoon is a strategy that isn't just for doing damage. One of the big effects of turning into a Dragoon is it cleanses all status effects, so she's no longer dispirited, even after she untransforms. So if a character has a status effect, you can just turn him into a Dragoon form, and that gets rid of it. The one thing you can't do, however, is it won't really do anything for confusion because you don't get to manually select what you're doing. I always miss that fourth one. I love how fast she attacks there. Okay, body's dead. Probably should have attacked the head since the body was already close to dying. It's whatever. Shanna! You know, just nah, I want to save the spear and lie. Oh, okay. We'll just go ahead and do no damage, I guess. Ta! Arrow to the forehead. So I wanna... Oops. I wanna save Dart's Dragoon form in case he does more status effects to me. We're gonna kill the arm right away. Give it the old whip smack. There we go. Yeah, that's what he does if his arm is alive. Just gonna have her shoot the head. I could have her attack the arm, but like, she does so little damage that the arm's still not gonna die from that. So I might as well just finish it off with Dart. Burning Rush! Burning Rush. Burning Rush does not do much damage, but, and at this point it's not actually getting a huge amount of SP, but later it gives a lot of SP. I think it's about 100, I think it's 102. It's a really weird number at max level, which is just an instant Dragoon level every time you do the attack. And it's a really easy addition. It's probably, excluding like double blank and whip smack and harpoon and things of that nature. There you go, boss dead. Like that double slash, that jump up and hit him in the head. Excluding all those attacks, it's probably the easiest addition in the game. And it should have been his second one, but they did Volcano as a second one so they could introduce the countering. Whoa. He smacks lava up at him. It's dangerous here. Let's go back. Come on, Shayna. Are you alright? Rose is very interested. Look at that thing Terminator style reaching its arm up at us. Rose. Rose, run! slow walk away. It's a really cool shot. We're just slowly leaking into lava. And hey, should level up twice from that? No. Almost. Almost a double level up. So Lavitz is going to be a little behind them now. But what I'm going to do to make up for it is, yeah, she's still feared. That's fine. Yeah, if you compare, they were all pretty much even on experience. Now he's a little bit behind. But I don't want Shanna to be so far behind that she's unusable. So what we're going to do now is... just going to switch them out. And now she'll hang out with us for a little bit because there's actually just another boss fight coming up very soon. Hey, is anybody there? That's silly music. Completely immersion breaking music change. Did you hear something? Hey, help! Look over there. It's a man. Help me, my foot slipped and I fell. We got you. Whew, thanks, really. I didn't think I would make it. It was really good. Yeah, thanks, I can't thank you enough. Please, take it. I can't accept such an expensive item. You have to, you folks saved my life. I feel bad if you folks don't take it. Go ahead and take it. Once inside, it's hard for it to take back. It's a man thing. I don't know if it's a man thing. But okay. Sapphire pin. I'm Debus of Lohan. I was told I could find a burning gem around here, so I came, and look what happened to me. Silly Debus. By the way, I'm an antique dealer. If you happen to be in Lohan, why don't you drop by? Later. He's funny. He's the best. He's the best guy. Sapphire Brand's a pretty good item. It makes it so if magic hits you, you recover magic. Sorry about that. So it's nice for characters like Rose, so she can do Astral Drain more. I could cleanse her fear, but is there much of a point? She's not gonna be doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I probably should. Just cause. And we'll go ahead and top off Dart. Yeah, because we've got a few. We only got one. There we go. Yeah, okay. So now it's only fair that Rose missed out on this boss fight. Firebird! Shanna, can we go to the exit? No, it's in flames. I guess we gotta fight. Scream. Firebird said scream. So Firebird is fire elemental, as one might guess. So I think you can guess what we're going to use. Spear Frost. There we go, almost 200. 88 damage. I'd like to save the Spear Frost and use that with Shanna because it kind of just does almost half of his health in one go. Yeah, he should be almost in the yellow already. Probably after Rod Typhoon he will be. I feel like I was really early on that second hit, actually. Jeez, Rod Typhoon hitting for 56. Lavitz is big. Burning Rush hitting for 40. Gotta love the song. Firebird has some really cool attacks. But weirdly enough, almost none of them are magic. You'd think that attack was magic based, but it's not. which is why Lavitz didn't take much damage from it. Burning rush. Go ahead. Peck Lavitz. He cares not. Ow, 25 damage is pretty good. I was expecting him to do like 10, given Lavitz's defense. Right, down to 56. Now he does his little mechanic thing. Brings up some orbs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw that meteor fall that I bought a while ago. Started a little early. I sometimes save this for the Nest of the Dragon, but also use it here if just to get rid of those guys. What those do is those just zoom at you and do a single hit for a lot of damage, but if you just take them out, all the better. Okay, apparently I missed Burning Rush. Sure, game. Whatever you say. Wow, you don't like Lavitz. Specifically, do not like his head. Should be about in the red, yeah, as I thought. Technically, Rose throwing those items would do even more damage, but like I said, I don't like Shanna being super behind on level. I like playing every character pretty evenly, because some characters are certainly better than others. Unfortunately, that's just how games work. Ow, Jesus, that doesn't even do that much damage. Kind of an instant attack, didn't even give me a chance to handle the deal with them. Putting in work with that Typhoon this fight. I like this attack too. That one is magic. My Lavitz got dunked on by it. Although, all that considered, he's still pretty stout HP wise. That physical ring really is nice. He's not gonna be the one I leave it on for long term. I just like him having it for now. I do like Shanna having it because it fixes her HP issue, and Rose uses it really well too. Them having high speed, them having more HP means they can afford to guard more because of their mass amounts of turns they're getting. There we go. Dart, Lavitz, and Rose are all level 9, and Shanna's 8, so she's not even that far behind. Although what happens in a little bit puts her even further behind. But if you... in a typical playthrough, most people just kind of use Rose and Lavitz and Dart through this whole section, and then the next section, and then the section after that. And as a result, everyone in the party is like level 13, and Shanna's like, I'm level 9 or 8, and it's just like, oh, I'm never using you. But with her getting those 2 boss fights, she's a little bit in a better position. The Red Eye Stone is really good. It reduces all fire damage by half, so that's a pretty good item. Let us bring Rose back, and there you go. Everyone is more or less good. Shanna's still behind, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. In fact, Rose is actually still almost ahead on experience. Might drop Rose for the next boss fight, actually. Thinking about it. I end up almost never using Shanna, especially later game. But I want to try to do that and use less of the really good characters, although they are my favorite. Oh brother, you folks are still here. My, folks, you look pretty bad. They're pretty tired. Want to buy something? I probably already told you, but I'm a trader. We'll buy something. So I will grab 2 dancing rays is what I want, and a pellet. That'll put us in a pretty good spot. We'll sell our old weapons and our old armor. We don't need those. Could sell the extra War God Amulet, but now we'll hold on to that. And let us sell, honestly, the Total Vanishing. And we will go ahead and sell one of these potions. We have just too many, and I'm just throwing some away. That puts us in a good spot. I'm going back to Lohan soon. If you want to buy something, now's your chance. Nah, I'm good. Those 2 dancing rays and those pellets we'll use for upcoming boss fights to kind of speed them along. I really prefer, I generally prefer using additions, so I don't like using the throw items all that much. But they're nice to use on Shanna for early game when her attack does basically nothing. Let's let Lavitz get another Rod Typhoon, shall we? Actually, let's just heal up. Although, we've got the fountain coming up soon, so we don't really need to heal up. Let's do one guard on everybody. Yeah, Lavitz healing for 44 is pretty nice. Okay, whoever's turn is next, we'll just kill. Probably Dart. Nope, Rose.
Whip smack.
Nest of Dragon. You'll never guess what's here, guys. What do you think is here? Think it's a dragon? A little treasure chest we can't reach. Guys, don't you feel something? Look at Lavitz's face. The forest is contaminated by the dragon's poison. I see. That's why the Sindorans don't have a defense in the forest. A normal person cannot be exposed to this poison for a long time. It's a natural defense. Oh my. What's wrong? I felt a little bit dizzy, that's all. Guess it's hard for a woman. I'm a woman too. You are special. Special, huh? Fine. I don't capitalize on a woman's frailty anyways. This game's a little bit misogynistic at times. I don't mean to. Oh no. I'm okay, see? Rose is fine too. But, I'm sorry, I need to go rest a little. So, you know, run deeper into the forest. Makes sense. I love how many times Rose just looks at, like, Dart and Shannon and is just like, these kids. Weird-ass plant back there. Are you alright? Uh-huh. Don't worry, I don't feel sick anymore. Besides, I think I got used to the air in this place. Can you go with us? Sure. If I fell down here, then there'd be no meaning to me coming with you. Indeed, we can say the war is in our hands because the Kaisers cannot make a move. Shanna, please don't leave us like that. We don't know what awaits us. Sorry. Now, let's move on. They're playing brother and sister. Yep, they're always like that. Giant spider web. Whoa! Wow. Ow. Yeah, there's no reason for me to be guarding. Huh, good, you've come around. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Rose just chilling. Tired of these kids' antics. Where are we? In the nest of the dragon. Well, at least we don't need to look for Feyrbrand anymore. What confidence you have? Is that because you're a Dragoon? I guess. Guys, look at this. There's still pure water left in the forest. At least the entire forest is not spoiled. Let's go. If we defeat the monster, the forest will be saved. So this is a classic healing spring to heal your HP. They do that because now that I'm in here, you actually can't leave until you fight the dragon. This place is creepy as hell. Let's get into a fight. That creepy thing. And there's green colored bats now. Slap. Tricky bat and some mandrakes. Alright. Just miss, that's fine. I don't think with machine gun arms. Terrifying.
Whip smack.
Whip smack.
Burning rush.
Rush. Smack. See, that counter I can do just fine. When it's the third hit that counts, 85. It's the third hit counter that really throws me off. Stay hydrated, everybody. Let's go through here first. This loops around to, I believe, this is the lever that opens the boss door. Yeah. Oh, okay, I meant to click on the thingy, but sure, game. Guess we'll grab this chest first. Ah! Bravery amulet. Do a fight. Why not do a fight? So these guys are really interesting right here. They have something that's pretty exploitable. Especially for challenge runs. One, they look cool. Like, look at the armor. The lizard man. They occasionally put up a physical shield, which makes it so all physical attacks do 0. And even if your physical attacks do 0, if you complete the addition, you still get the potion for it. Of course, he didn't do it that time. So there's challenge runs where you get as little experience as possible, like low-level runs where your only experience is from boss fights. You know, you can't level your additions, obviously, if you're not fighting enemies, so people will get into fights with enemies like that put up shields, and just grind their additions out to max. I got it, when it's touch, it reacts with that. So that clears, that dropped down that little gate. So let's head back through here, loop around, down there, back through here, go up this one this time. Go up into the wall sphincters. Tap, flat. Spirit potion. Tap, flat, flat. Come on. purifier. Before I go to fight the boss here, I want to get a certain drop. I think it's from the Lizard Man. I think it can drop an item called Beast Fang. At least I think it's Lizard Man. I know it's an enemy in this area. I just don't remember which enemy drops it. So we might do a little grinding. Ideally, we get it pretty quickly, but we might be here for a little bit. But extra addition grinding is never a bad thing, especially because we're getting SP.
Burning rush.
Or actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I will, if I don't have it by the time I fight the boss fight, I will do the boss fight first, and then I'll grind here. Because, reasons. Rod Typhoon!
Whip smack.
Whip smack. And that's only if I don't get the drop before the boss fight. It's one of the few times that I'm actually going to quote-unquote grind. Nice! I was gonna say they should both be close to leveling up their Dragoon, and I was not expecting them both to level up their Dragoon both at the same time. So now that their Dragoon level is 2, now that meter on the bottom can fill up a second time, and they can be in Dragoon form for 2 turns, as opposed to just the 1 and then attack and then transferring back. The big thing about that is if you look in the Dragoon menu, or the status menu, you can see how much defense and magic defense you go up when you're in Dragoon form. You get a lot more durability in Dragoon form, so it's helpful to be transformed. Although there are some drawbacks to being transformed. The big one is you cannot use items. Or, I mean, you can't guard, which is whatever, because you're basically always guarding because of the enhanced defense. But the major one is that you can't use items. So, hypothetically, if, you know, your whole party gets, like, attacked by one really big strong hit and you want to use, like, a heal everyone move, that's too bad you can't. Because, you can't use items. You also can't revive people if you're transformed. The angry toilet birds. That's the classic name, Run Fast. Their name is what they do. Come on, game.
Whip smack.
Whip smack. Bonk.
Burning rush.
Oh, he got stunned. So, the Lizardman can also do that, it stuns you, which basically just means you don't get turns. Kinda unfortunate.
Whip smack.
Until you get hit, basically. Or X number of turns pass by.
Burning rush.
So, no more Rod Typhoon. Gross. You just slimed on him while he's asleep. That's nasty. Go ahead and Lavitz get some revenge on that. I was almost expecting to counter there. I was gonna be ready for it too. In fact, I almost didn't press X because I was expecting to press circle. Alright. How are we looking addition-wise? Burning Rush is almost at 20. I'd like to be there before we fight the dragon. Rod Typhoon is over 20. Now it's doing 162%, which is pretty darn good. And Whip Smack is close to 40 as well. So I'd like to get Burning Rush up like 2 more usages before we head forward to this boss fight. So let's go ahead and heal everyone up. And we'll just kind of hang out here until... Can we get into a fight right here? Does not look like it. Nope, they are changed to yellow. Okay, so we're going to How many times do you need to do it? 3. Okay, yeah, we can stay in this area for three burning rushes. I like doing that if you're close to getting an addition up before a boss fight, because you're gonna use the attack more, and since Burning Rush's whole thing is it gets you SP, let's say you use it 10 times during the boss fight, I'd be missing out on, what, 7 attacks worth of more SP gain, and that actually matters for leveling up your Dragoon. It slows down your Dragoon leveling up by quite a bit.
Whip smack.
Nope. Nope. It's time for, no, this guy does the AoE cold. That's gonna hurt Dark pretty bad. Whew. Whew. And Lavitz. Jeez.
Yes. Burning rush.
One. That doesn't mean we're not gonna ride Typhoon though. This should be doing good damage now. Yeah, 55. We'll go ahead and pass Rose's turn and let Dart do it one more time. We'll only need one more fight. Oh no, he got slimed. Gross. Luckily we're right next to the fountain. I think that black Q is, I think it's arm blocking, which means you basically just can't normal attack until that gets healed, which really sucks. That is one of those things that, if you can transform into a Dragoon, that'll heal it, so that's nice. But if you're in a position where you just transformed into a Dragoon and your SP is all gone, then unfortunately you can't build the SP back up to transform into a Dragoon, so it's kind of a rough timing. That's why I end up not doing Dragoon form often, unless I'm either in a boss fight or sometimes I just feel like it, but the main time to hold your Dragoon levels is for in case you get status effects. This should be one more Burning Rush. Smack. Tricky bats. I'm glad I didn't miss. That always seems to happen when I just want to get like one more addition level up, and that character ends up missing like an enemy twice. It's the most annoying thing. Rod Typhoon 92. Daggum. And these Mandrakes got some HP, dude. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is just kind of top everyone off. I think Dart was the only one that really took damage. We'll let Lavitz finish it. I saw that coming a mile away. Whatever. Rose will finish it, I guess. Stupid bat. I knew that was gonna happen. As soon as I said Lavitz will finish it, I knew he was gonna miss the bat. Alrighty. Alright, so Burning Rush should now be, there we go, now it's getting 45 SP as opposed to 30, which 15 more SP is a pretty big deal. Rod Typhoon looking good. I might switch him, yeah, he'll do Spinning Cane just for this fight. And she needs 2 more Whip Smacks, but I'm thinking, since Rose is ahead of experience, I'm gonna use Shanna. Why not bring out Shanna? We'll go and save it, and in just a minute we will head into this boss fight. Alright, sorry about that. We are back now. We are ready to do this boss fight. And we're ready to get stuck on that. You know what? I want Shannon not be behind, but Rose would make this fight so much easier. The impasse I'm at right now. Well, her magic attack has gone up a bit, which is nice. Still quite a bit off of Rose. And Rose did just get Death Dimension, which would be very nice. But if I don't use Shanna here, then she misses out on a lot of experience later. You know, yeah. We'll just let her. The kid'll be fine. Who is this? Is that you, Lavitz? It's so ironic to find you venturing here. You are Graham. Crackers. Dude, his armor looks ballin'. Do you know him? I will never forget him. He used to be the head of the second Knight of Basil, Graham. The man who used to be my father's best man. You krilled my father. Look at that gold. Welcome, Lavitz. You have become a knight, fulfilling the wishes of your late father, Servi. Don't you ever mention my father's name. Are you still carrying that grudge after more than a dozen years for my betrayal of your father? That's not all. You betrayed King Albert. You betrayed every single person I know. Is that the wrath of a patriotic knight, or a man full of vengeance? Both. Graham, I will now get to avenge my father, who trusted you and died in vain. Get revenge, huh? Try. See if you can truly best me in my newly obtained power. Emerge, the power of the dragon. That's right. Him be a Dragoon. Although I liked his previous armor more, honestly speaking. You're a Dragoon? It shouldn't be a surprise. Only a Dragoon can manipulate dragons. Behind the dragon, there should be. Angry cockroach. This is the power I obtained. Obtaining that power is not an easy matter. You, where did you get the Dragoon spirit? I'm amazed there is someone in Spice Town who knows about this. Fine. You too will know before you die. His Majesty Dole got all his power and intelligence from Emperor Diaz. Is this some kind of dream? Emperor Diaz died 11,000 years ago, with the name of the Holy Imperial Gloriano. If this is a dream, how can you explain what you're about to see? Come, I give you a chance to avenge your father, if you have the courage to fight against the legendary Dragoon. I get clawing at the air. So this fight's pretty cool. You get to fight him and the dragon at the same time. It's supposed to be the first big, like, real fight of the game. Slime butt. You're just gonna slime butt Shanna first turn and poison her? You're a dick. Multi-stab. Poke. Smack. Okay, I was gonna have Shanna use, like, one of those pellets to do some pretty good DPS against one of them, but I guess I'm gonna have to heal our poison first. Let's Dragoon. Let's show off Dart's new move. He gets to do Explosion, which has one of my favorite voice lines. The voice actor killed it. I will say the cutscene voices in this game are pretty terrible, but the battle voice lines are awesome. So, Explosion does 25% against all enemies. So technically doing Flame Shot against each target would do the same damage as Explosion once, but Explosion takes one turn, whereas Flame Shot takes two. Like that roar. And this attack is so extra. It's completely unnecessary for an attack to be this intense this early in the game. Vibrate. So aggressive. It's probably not even gonna do much. Yeah, it does like 35. I actually did that as a test to see which of the two had worse. Uh-oh. It's not ideal. He doesn't usually do that early. Let's go ahead and body purify her. Get rid of that poison. Going into this fight, I should have given her poison protection. I should have thought about that. And I'm gonna have him just attack Graham, because it feels appropriate. I'm glad it's not like he's floating in the air, you can't hit him. That would suck. Smack. Pretty good damage considering Dart's transformed right now. Uh-oh. This is gonna hurt. It's just against Dart. That's not bad. Luckily with this team composition, and Dart being transformed, no one right now will take a lot of magic defense damage. Because Shannon's got super high magic defense, Lavitz is wind, and Dart being transformed. I'm gonna throw a pellet on the dragon. What do you think? Should I go dragon first or Graham first? I know there's a strategy behind who you should attack, I just can't remember it off the top of my head. That did damage. You know, I'm gonna go for the dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna put a stop to that. I knew that pellet would do good damage, that's why I bought one. Never get that last hit. I never know if I'm too early or too late, because it keeps going no matter what. Still good damage, but... I think Feyrbrand's cool looking. Not the mouth open so much, but like... I like how it's like a giant, mega praying mantis dragon. Oh. What are you casting? Casting the AoE one? Or the single target? Single target on Dart. Enemies really love just targeting Dart with magic. Mega Tornado. 61. Yeah, he's gonna need a healing potion from Shanna. Spinning cane. Poison butt. Don't poison me. Oh, I did. Asshole. You know what? With him being poisoned and that low in health, I'm just gonna let him die. Because it'd be a waste of time to use a healing potion to get him back to half health just for poison to do more damage and then probably kill him. So I'm just gonna let poison knock him out. Or the next attack knock him out. Because he's already so low health. And the Angel Prayer is recover you back to half health, so it'd be back to where he would be if I used a health potion on him anyways. Hit Dart? Oh, not Blue Goo. Blue Goo's bad. Blue Goo makes you scared. I will cleanse that. You get scared of his Blue Goo, but Dart has 1 HP. I don't know if poison kills you. I think it did just set him exactly the right amount. I could use one of those dancing rays, but I was actually saving those for the Drake fight to use with Shanna. Or Rose. There you go, Poke Dart. I'm not gonna use the Angel Prayer with Lavitz. I'll use it with Shanna on her turn. Whew. Oh hey, speaking of, it's Shanna's turn. Yeah, I'd much rather not have wasted both Body Purifier and a Healing Potion. Just do the same effect that the Angel Prayer just did. I think killing Graham's better because then there's no longer control over the dragon. I think he gets like a... Look at us, hoping to see this attack. Sometimes he just never does his attack, so you miss this animation. It's kind of cool looking. He like crucifies you and throws energy spears at you. It's really cool. Holy crap, that did damage. Yeah, that's a quote-unquote magic attack for you. I am going to try to just DPS the dragon down because he's at red. And I'd like him to be gone because he's double boosted. I'll throw healing in with Shanna. And have Dart and Lavitz attack. Glad I healed Dart. Okay, so compare the damage that did to Lavitz to how much this is going to do to Shanna. This will probably do like maybe 70 to her. Yeah, 60. And considering Lavitz is wind element, that's still like the reduced. Ooh, so Shanna guard. Could have thrown an energy healing potion her way. There goes the dragon. Dead dragon. All I have left is Graham. He shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Now I decide to do the AoE. This will probably hurt Dart a good bit. Lavitz will take some damage, but he's wind, so he won't take a whole lot. Yeah. Shannon, just guard until you're back up. And Dart is gonna be fine. I might throw a healing potion at Lavitz if he gets much lower. Graham should probably be in yellow here soon. Poke, poke. If he does that attack to Shanna, it'll actually do pretty good because her physical defense is so low. Everyone is in yellow. I could throw a healing breeze, but I'd really rather save those for fights that are necessary. This fight, not necessary to use a healing breeze. Healing breezes are too rare. Speaking of healing breezes being rare, I just realized I never went and got the one you can get in Bale from walking on the rooftops. I just remembered that. I was like, I should have 2 in my inventory, and then I realized I don't. Hey, I got it! You get to see the full attack. Like that explosion at the end, and that voice line. We would attack the one guy who has increased defense right now. Yeah, that doesn't do much. He's in yellow, and Shanna is finally good. Could have her throw a healing potion on Lavitz, but at this point, I could just kill him and then go back to the healing spring. And I think I'm just gonna do that. Because if he's at yellow, that means he's below half health. Yeah. Which, once you're at yellow, you're close to red. Once you're at red, you're pretty much dead. It's an inadvertent rhyme, I just made it up. And this won't even do a huge amount of damage to Shanna. It's about 60 again. So she might be in red, but either way, Graham will die before he kills anyone. Unless he just decides to do that attack again on her, which would be unfortunate. Nice. This probably won't kill him, but Spinning Cane afterward probably will. Which would be a very poetic finish. Or he might die by me shooting an arrow at him. That'd be kind of funny. Oh, no, that got him. Okay. I was kind of hoping to finish him off with Lavitz. Yeah, there we go. That's the Dragon fight. Really fun fight. It's your first, like, challenging fight, and we got some plate mail. And yeah, Rose missed out on that big experience, but she still gets some of it, and she was ahead of everyone, so now it's kind of equaled out. You have Suri's strength. My efforts were to no avail. I even used betrayal to obtain this power. Still, I don't understand. Why'd you betray my father? You were not like this. Nobody could be stronger than your father. That was the only thing I could never conquer. I had admiration for him, as a mate and as a friend, but time goes by, and it turned into this feeling. This fear from realizing the limits of your ability. This fear that goes nowhere. The only thing you can do is curse yourself for weakness. But you couldn't overcome your fear by defecting to Dole. You needed to overcome my father. There was an alternative. If only I could obtain a new power, I could be equal to or surpass him. That was the Dragoon spirit I got from His Majesty Dole. Lavitz, live strong. Now I can go to be with Servi. Blah. Well, we're left over with a green wind spirit. He's lucky to be dead now. Greed for power eventually conquers you. Unleashed power generates only sorrow. He should have known that. He was lucky to die now and avoid even more sorrow. What is this? Such a coincidence. It can't be. Or is this fate? Lavitz, maybe you too are. Tari's right. The Dragoon spirit of the Jade Dragon recognizes you as the next master. I really like the name of the Jade Dragon. It's cool. I like how it's not just green dragon, it's Jade. I am a Dragoon. I deserve to rule dragons. Well, too bad the Jade Dragon, the Green Dragon's now dead. We just killed it, so not really a dragon you get to rule, but hey, not only do you deserve, but you have an obligation to accept your fate as a Dragoon, don't you? It's what Graham left for me. I understand. I accept it. The fate of the Dragoon. I will use this power for justice. Like Dart and Rose. Use for justice, huh? Acquired Dragoon Spirit of the Jade Dragon. Good for you, Lavitz. Ah. Shayna? I can't breathe. Too much poison. We cannot make it over Volud carrying Shayna. Then we have to go to Lohan. Lohan? That commercial town? Yes, that's it. I heard there's a great doctor there. Hurry! So, we're not gonna hurry. We're gonna... Actually, is Shanna unavailable for right now? She'd miss out on a lot of experience if she's unavailable. Yeah, F. Okay. So I mentioned that I was gonna farm for that Beast Fang item. What I'm actually gonna do is, there's a good point I can do it after I do the next series of events, but before the thing that follows that, and it would be very helpful for Shanna if I do it that way. However, what I am going to do is, before we end the stream for the day, I want to show off his Dragoon form. So we'll go ahead and get into like 2 or 3 fights real quick, just to kind of get him up to Dragoon form, and then I want to show off one other cool thing you can do with everyone else. So we're going to climb up here, and then we're going to grab an item that's hidden. We're also going to equip that plate mail we got, because that is super good. It's kind of a rare drop. As you can see, it takes my defense from 8-8 to 27. But I'm going to give it to Lavitz, because Lavitz. So now he's got heckin' defense. And if you notice, Lavitz's Dragoon form actually gets more magic attack than Dart does. The numbers are different because his is leveled up, but in general, the males get their magic attack buffed when they're in Dragoon form because their magic attack is so low. You'd think that mean the females get their physical attack buffed to compensate, but that would be fair. Video games are rarely fair to the female persuasion. We got some Run Fast and a Lizard Man. Bonk. Bonk. Let's kill Lizard Man just so on the off chance that he stuns Lavitz.
Whip smack.
Should be very counterproductive to what I'm trying to accomplish right now.
Yes.
Burning Rush. Lizardmans do not have much HP. There we go. Red Typhoon gives a pretty good amount of SP. Spinning Cane is a little bit more damage based, and Rod Typhoon is a little bit more SP based. I do want to fill up Dart's SP gauge. I'm hoping that doesn't kill. Okay, it doesn't. Good. Slime! You've been on me. Go ahead and let's knock this birdie out. I knew the counter was coming, and I did nothing to stop it. That's fine. Level experience. Hey, Rose is about to level up, and then she'll be 10. She is a little bit behind the boys now, especially Dart, because I can't take Dart out of a boss fight, or I would. I do wish you could replace Dart, not because I don't like him, but just because I want everyone to be fairly unexperienced, and because he can never be taken out of fights for the most part. He gets basically every boss fight experience, and he'll end up about 2 or 3 levels above everybody else by the end of the game, or more than that. However, I think that's why they made his stats not super impressive to compensate for the fact that he is in every fight.
Whip smack.
Because stat-wise, he's actually one of the worst characters. He doesn't excel in anything, which means, well, he doesn't excel in anything. Alright, Lavitz should be able to transform now, but I want to get, well, first we'll show off his transformation. We'll do his spell first, and then we'll do a little extra something. Like the leaves flying around him. It's a cool detail for showing how windy it is. He has cool armor, and he gets like a dual-pronged spear. So his first spell is Wing Blaster. It's basically wind version of Explosion, and it costs 20 MP too, so it's essentially just wind explosion. Hits everybody, 25% damage, costs 20 MP.
Wing blaster.
That's pretty cool too. Transforms himself into a bird made of wind. It's not going to do a whole lot, because it's meant to be like an AoE, but it doesn't get reduced damage from multiple enemies, so if there's 3 enemies, they all would have taken that damage, not just the one. But I just wanted to show it off, because it's kind of cool. The other thing I want to show off requires Dart being at max SP and Lavitz being at max SP, so they're going to both attack a few more times. We'll get into like 2 more fights. And then we'll head to the next area, and that'll be a good stopping point. Good level up Rose. Now Rose is level 10, along with them. Shout out to my kitty right here, being a silly boy. Got chainmail, just close to plate mail, but not quite as good. Puts Dart in the 20s, so 20-24. I think the chainmail is actually better magic defense. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give Dart the plate mail, and I'm gonna give Lavitz the chainmail. Yeah, I'd rather Lavitz have a little slightly better magic defense. So there you go. Dart's at 50-41 for defenses, and Lavitz is at 51-34, so they're pretty even now. And then Rose is 38-39, but her armor is substantially worse. My kitty's being a silly boy over here. So let's get Dart and Lavitz more SP. Lavitz will need to do Rod Typhoon 3 times, or if I miss once. 106. Daggum.
Yes. Burning rush.
And this is going to be the thing I was talking about, how it's a neat trick you can do if people are confused. I'll show that off in just a minute. Well, he's weapon blocked. It's not great. I really wish I finished getting his SP before then. I don't know if that goes away at the end of the fight. I think it might. There we go, Rod Typhoon. Next level up, Lavitz will learn his next edition, which is a really fun one to do. Pretty hard. Not too hard, though. If I wouldn't have dropped him for any of the boss fights, then he might have had it at the end of that. He might have it right now, but I'm okay with him being where he's at. Well, actually, I don't know, because Dart doesn't have it. Dart's not level 11 either. It's at 29, it's at 27, and that's at 40. Okay, good. So Whipsmack's doing a lot of damage now. And it doesn't look like Dart is still iron blocked. So I just need Dart to attack once, and I think Lavitz needs to attack once, and then I can be able to show off this really cool feature. And I'll show off Lavitz's Dragoon attack as well. We gotta jump back this way, and you gotta jump back down to get out, which is kind of annoying. But it's not that far, really. It just seems like it's longer. And you get to full heal, too. Which full heals your MP. Added a little benefit. Somehow didn't get into a fight that whole time. Okay. Let's go ahead and climb on out. Alrighty. Get into one more fight. Maybe two more. I don't remember what Lavitz's SP was looking like. Good. Perfect enemies for this. Okay. Yeah. Dart needs to attack once. Lavitz needs to attack once.
Yes. Burning rush.
Let's go guard. Physical attack failure. Hey, I can show how this works too. So, this will do 0 damage, but it still can't give me usages for Rod Typhoon. So I can keep... Okay, both of them are putting it up. That's perfect. So now you see there's this symbol, special, and that only pops up if everyone's gauges are full. They don't all have to be the same level. You see Dart is, Dart's 2, Rose is 2, Lavitz is only 1. But what that does is... Well, I'll just do it and show you. Don't stun him, please, thank you. This would be a great example to show it off. You know, yeah, I'm just gonna show it off. So what it does is, this is a great strategy if you have people who are stunned or confused. It transforms the character into a Dragoon, but it also transforms everyone else at the same time, which then cleanses their debuffs, which is really helpful. Yeah. It also makes the background very spooshy. Tied to the element that you transformed. So since I transformed with Dart, it makes his, it super buffs his Dragoon, his magics are a lot stronger now, and the added benefit of, it auto-completes those additions, so I don't have to do it, since he was the one that special transformed. Which is why I wanted to do it with Lavitz, so I didn't have to worry about me possibly messing that attack up. But I got to show off the fact that, what special does, how it transforms everyone. And I guess we'll do Death Dimension too. Or no, we'll do that next. Yeah, we'll show it off. It does basically explosion, but dark, and it also does fear. So dark, 25% to everyone, and fears everyone. It's also very unnecessarily intense. I like how Rose is like, I'm a good guy. My attack is Death Dimension.
Death dimension.
So he sucks him into the Phantom Zone, and then deletes him.
Be gone.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Those guys have a terrible magic defense, so it's not normally that strong. But yeah, Death Dimension. Pretty cool. And then I guess we'll get out of here, and we'll show off Lavitz's attack too, in Dragoon form. We'll do one more fight. That'll be the end of the stream before we head on to Lohan, the commercial town. The absolute hot mess of a town that is a disaster to navigate. We'll get to do that next time. Nice, more Lizard Man. Don't stun. Okay, thank you. I was like, don't stun Lavitz. It'd be just great if you just decided to do that. So even though they're all at level 1, I can't do the special transformation because they're not all maxed. So you have to have everyone at their max level to do special. But that's one of the reasons why, as you saw, it cleansing that stun. So imagine if a boss does a big like status effect thing and everyone's like feared or everyone's poisoned. Turning everyone suddenly into Dragoon just cleanses all that, and it's really helpful. So throughout this playthrough, you'll probably see me hold Dragoon levels and not use them all that often, just for situations like that. And of course I mess up his attack. Well, there you go. You got to see it a little bit. I'll show it off more later. I'll do the special transformation for him and you can see the full attack. I like how that spear has like a handle in the middle of it for you to put his hands through. It's kind of cool. Alrighty, we are going to save it here. With Dart looking smush-faced. And I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun. Getting to play one of my favorite games. I'll leave you off with this groovin' menu music. Have a great night, everyone.